Good morning students. Welcome to the class 8 of science. Hope you are well and safe. In this video, we will continue with the chapter 1 crop production and management. Topic for today's class is harvesting. But before moving on to our today's topic, let's revise the previous one. So, let's begin with the first step of agriculture practices. The first step of agricultural practices is preparation of soil, which involves two steps: plowing and leveling. Process of loosening and turning of soil is called plowing. Leveling involves breaking large chunks of dry soil into the smaller pieces. And the implement used in the preparation of soil are plow, hoe, cultivator and wooden or iron plank. Second step of agricultural practices is sowing. The process of placing seeds in the soil is known as sowing of seeds. The seeds can be sown by seed drill or by broadcasting. Third step is adding manure and fertilizers. Manure is a natural organic substance, whereas fertilizer is an inorganic salts which are prepared in the factories. Fourth step is irrigation. The supply of water to the crops at regular intervals through sources other than rain is known as irrigation. The fifth step is crop protection. Crops should be protected from the weeds. The unwanted plants that grow along with the cultivated crop in a field are called weeds. Weeds can be removed with the help of khurpi or by weedicides. Sixth is harvesting. Dear students, now we move to our final stage, which I am going to discuss today is harvesting. The process of cutting and gathering of crop after maturation is called harvesting. After so much hard work, now the crops are ready and the grains are mature, and there is a smile on the farmer's face, and he is ready to cut the crop. And this cutting and gathering of crop is called as harvesting. Harvesting at proper time is important, because if it is not happened, then some grains will spoil. So they have to be cut and stored in time. As we have read earlier that how farmers love his crop. He tenderly, very carefully take care of its crop and put his heart and soul in growing the crop, and that's why when the crop is ready, he celebrates. Most of the Indian festivals are on the harvesting, like Pongal, Baisakhi, Bihu. Harvesting can be done manually with the help of sickle or by a machine called harvester. After the crop is harvested, the grains are separated from the chaff, which means husk, by a process called threshing. Dear students, in this, plants are beaten to the ground to separate the chaff from the grain, or either by a machine called thresher. Nowadays, in large farms, a farmer uses a machine called combine, which is used to perform a dual job. That means it acts as both harvester or a thresher. But still, grains are covered by a chaff, and for this, winnowing is done. Winnowing helps in the separation of grains from the husk. Just look at the picture. In this, a farmer is having a winnowing basket in which there is a mixture of wheat grains and husk. When the grains are gently dropped to the ground from the height, the seed grains, being heavier, fall straight to the ground, while the lighter husks are blown to a little away by a wind. So what we get from here? We get seeds. Nowadays, winnowing is also done by a winnowing machine. Seventh step is storage. Here grains obtained cannot be eaten straight away. They are stored. What is the need of storing grains? India is a vast country with a drastic difference in the climatic condition. At some place the rainfall is good, so the crop is good. At other place the produce may be less, so grains have to be kept as safeguard called buffer stock. The harvested crop have more moisture, that is 16%, and this should be removed, otherwise microbes spoil the grain. So to reduce the water content, these grains should be dried in the sun. For this, polythene sheets may spread on the ground, and on this grains are spread. Once they are dried, they are allowed to cool and stored. Food grains are stored in gunny bags, in granaries or in silos. They are made up of a good material so that they do not react with the grains. Students, the stored grains can be periodically inspected to check the spread of any diseases. Godowns are fumigated to make them free from pests. Now, what is fumigation? It is the process of spraying vapors of chemicals to kill pests and infection. Animal husbandry, the science that deals with feeding, heating, weeding and breeding of domestic animals, is called animal husbandry. As we have already studied earlier that plants is not only the source of food, another source of food is animals. There is a poultry farming, cattle farming, but just like plants have to be planted, animals have to be taken care, and all the animals which have to be taken care are called domestic animals, and where we take care of these animals are called as animal husbandry. The production of fish on the large scale by farming fish in the fish nurseries is called pisciculture. Fishes are aquatic animals. Fish and seafood are rich in protein and iodine. So, the production of fish on the large scale by culturing fish is called pisciculture. I hope you have enjoyed the modules. This module will help you to understand the worksheet number 1 and 2. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay home.